Kamal Bey. Talk about your day, man. You got things rolling with a big throw in the first 5 seconds. And, you know, you had a bunch of matches. Tell us about it.
My day starts like any other tournament. You know, like wake up in the morning and I'm like, man, it's gonna be a good day. You know, we're gonna wrestle hard. We're gonna put on the show, but at the same time, senior world championships. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna try to win. So yeah, my first match, I came out on fire. Hit him with a nice little reach around to a body lock. He threw him for 5, and then we got into a little scrappy situation, and I put it up 2. I thought it should have been 4, but you know, it's whatever. You know, just keep wrestling, keep focused. You know, and then I just finished it off, but he tried to throw me, and I just sagged on him, and I took him out of bounds. Second match, I wrestled with the Guatemalan. I trained with this guy before, and he's real strong, and I knew like at this point, we wrestled before, he was going to try to like slow me down by grabbing fingers. I wasn't going to be frustrated with that. We went over it because the Dream was the same thing that happened. People just grabbing my fingers, trying to figure out how to slow me down. Didn't let that happen, and I ended up winning that match 8-1. This last match, that hurt. I was wrestling Azerbaijan, and man, I think I'll wrestle that match perfectly. You know, in the beginning, I knew the ref was going to try to put me down on passivity, so I scored 2 points. And then wrestling is 2-1 at this point. And then second period, which is he put me down again. And as I'm moving on the bottom, this ref told me to stop. So I look at him and I keep moving. He told me to stop again. I keep moving. And then he's like, stop. And I like repeated stop, and he said stop. So I stopped, and as soon as I stopped, he lets the Azerbaijan dude lift me and throw me over. Now it switches the match from what I say 2-2 because they put me down on passivity to now 3-4. And they gave him another point. I don't know where the other point came from. So I ended up finishing that match, 6-2, something like that, because he did score at the end from one of my throws. But you know, it's rough. You know, when refs are out here acting shady. This is the second time that I feel like I've been robbed this year. You know, I feel like I should have had a junior gold medal, and I feel like I should have still been competing. The Azerbaijan guy just lost, so unfortunately I'm out of the tournament. You know, and as a guy who just wants to go out there and wants to compete, wants to wrestle hard, and have fun, and make Greco exciting. You know, it's frustrating when referees are acting shady like that, and it's already hard to beat these strong opponents, and you wrestling against referees too. So I'm just asking you, WW, correct what you need to correct, and I'm not mad or anything. It is what it is. At this point, you just got to go back to the lab, figure out what you need to work on, so situations like this doesn't happen.
Come forward. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I had a great tournament. I had a lot of fun. Right now, we're rooting for Kuhn in the semifinals, and we want somebody to get the job done for Greco.
How was this experience for you here on the senior level?
It was like any other tournament, at night, it's hard for me to sleep because my heart's like a bass drum. It's like it's ready for war, Like I want to fight, I want to compete so bad. So it's kind of hard for me to sleep. I was actually awake the entire night, but as soon as the lights come on, it's like I'm wide awake. And stepping out of that tunnel and wrestling on the senior stage was actually the most exciting thing. I've never wrestled in an arena this big. Fargo's not even as big as this arena. And the crowd are freaking nuts. I love the Hungarian people. This is my 4th time in Hungary. Always have a good time when I'm here. And yeah, it was good. It was a good time. Well, I was.
How was the training leading up to camp? Leading up to competition?
The training leading up to competition. I personally think the training was it was decent. I felt like I got what I needed. I actually got hurt in training camp, so I didn't have to do all the other stuff like people were doing. But I wanted to wrestle and compete for the country, so I did what I needed to do to get better. And get back on the mat. But training camp, I figured it was a lot of likes and dislikes of both ends of it. I mean, we had some fun. Most guys who didn't have fun, probably had a bad time. But you got to understand, the coaches are trying. They're not just trying to push us. They're also trying to develop team bonding. And some of the guys have a hard time understanding that. The coaches are just trying to make us unite as a team because you don't see what I want to say, the brotherhood, freestyle guy in Greco. We're still developing that. We're still developing our leaders. We're still developing ourselves, And I feel that if I would have wrestled first day, I would have got the guys rolling better. I would have, because I look at myself as a young leader right now. I'm still developing into the leadership role. I feel like if I would have wrestled the first day, got the wheels turning, and it would have got everybody else motivated. I get the first match done. Kuhn comes out, pins this guy, Unfortunately, Tracy lost, but he's a great guy. That's my brother, He pushes me, I push him, and that way, iron sharpens iron, you know.
You're going to go back. What's the next step for you? Obviously, you're always wrestling. You're taking on every challenge.
The next step for me, next year, I'm gonna work. I don't know. I got to work like so much harder because I'm not only wrestling against my opponents, but I now see that I'm wrestling against referees too. So I got to push myself incredibly much harder. I'm designing my own workout plan for 2019. Hopefully the coaches get behind it, but I honestly feel like I got to get to the next level. Like right here, I can win. Like it was Junior Kamal. This is my last year. This is my last year at Junior, so I call it Junior Kamal. Junior Kamal, is a sign for senior level Kamal. So gotta evolve, gotta change some things up, and just get it rolling. Don't hold my head down. Walk around with my chest up high, because at the end of the day, I put on the show. I fought.
You're always exciting to watch.
You guys good? Thank you, Kamal.
Yeah.